Risotto alla Monzese is a traditional Italian risotto from Monza, a city in the north of Italy in the region of Lombardy, which is exactly where I'm from. What makes it special? Well, it's a creamy saffron risotto enriched with Italian sausage, which gives the dish a rich and savory flavor. And today, I'm going to make it using ingredients that you can easily find in American grocery stores. So let's see how it's done. While we have all the ingredients on screen, let's talk for a moment about saffron. There are different types you can find, including saffron threads and powdered saffron, and they can be used a little differently, so always check which one you're using. For the saffron I'm using today, you have two options. You can add it directly to the risotto with the first ladle of broth, or you can let it sit in a little warm water for a few minutes first and then add it into the risotto. Both methods work and will give the risotto the beautiful yellow color, just trust the process. Let's start for real. First, extra virgin olive oil goes into the pan. Then if you like it, you can add some fresh garlic and minced onion. If you follow me, you already know I'm not a fan of either of one, so today I'm making up for it with a powdered version. Just to be clear, this is not the traditional Italian way to make it, so if you like garlic and onion, please go ahead and use the fresh stuff. And then we add the rice into the pan and let it toast for a few moments. Then we add the sausage. This way the rice gets toasted not only in the extra virgin olive oil, but also in all that delicious sausage fat, which adds even more flavor to the risotto. If you're worried about the rice burning while the sausage cooks, there's an easy alternative. You can cook the sausage first in a separate pan and then add it to the risotto as soon as the rice is nicely toasted. And now I'm gonna add the onion powder and the garlic powder, just because I didn't choose fresh garlic and onion earlier, but if you did, it's the best way. When the broth comes to a boil, lower the heat to keep it hot without letting too much of the liquid evaporate. And once the rice and sausage are beautifully toasted, it's time to deglaze. Pour in one generous glass of wine and let it sizzle. It's finally time to start adding the broth. From this moment on, count about 15 minutes. Start by adding 1 or 2 ladles of hot broth to the risotto. Let the rice absorb most of it, then add another ladle or 2 and repeat. Keep going like this until the risotto is almost fully cooked. The whole process should take again around 15 minutes. Don't overcook it, please. It's also time to add the saffron, and it's better to add it fairly early in the process, so it has at least 10 minutes to release its flavor and color. If you want to make your life easy, just add it together with the first ladle of broth. Keep in mind that this applies to this particular type of saffron, as I mentioned earlier, so make sure to check the instructions for the saffron you're using. Give it a good mix, then keep going with the broth, 1 ladle at a time. And the color will get more intense with each ladle, so just trust the process. And I'll see you about 10 minutes into the future when the risotto is almost ready. And here are rare footage of Yobo in the kitchen grating the parmesan. Okay, to be fair with him, it's not a rare footage, he's always helping around. But still, look at the Yobo grating the parmesan. Now that the risotto is almost ready, grate some Parmigiano and prepare a bit of butter for the mantecatura. And of course, turn off the heat before you start. I recommend adding the last ladle of broth right before turning off the heat. You want the risotto to be a little loose and creamy at this point, but definitely not runny. And now we're ready for the mantecatura, let's go. For the mantecatura, start by adding the butter and mix it thoroughly until it's completely incorporated and the risotto becomes nice and creamy. For a 2-people portion, I would say you need at least 1 tablespoon of butter. You could do a bit more, it's gonna taste better, but that's up to you. Once the butter is fully incorporated, add the Parmigiano. I'm not going to tell you how much, just follow your heart on this one. Keep mixing until everything is beautifully incorporated and the risotto is creamy and smooth. Then let it rest for about 5 minutes before serving. quick tip, before starting the mantecatura I usually check for the salt level, and I will explain in the comments or in the description how to fix the salt level if it's too salty or not salty enough. And I see you guys in 5 minutes with the risotto ready. And there you have it. You can top it with a little more freshly grated Parmigiano if you feel like it. And now it's ready for the ultimate test, the first bite.
I think that's even better than the other one I made, by the way.
Sure.
And as always, thanks for joining us, and don't forget to subscribe for more Italian recipes and meal ideas. Buon appetit, everyone!